Hi, I'm Lizzie Esau and I'm here in Bristol at the Louisiana.
What was it that made you start writing music?
It's funny because it's like, I feel like whenever I tell this story I sound so like, yeah, you made that up, like you're just trying to sound cool. But I genuinely like don't know. I used to sing things around the house, used to like make up little rhymes. Like I was in a very musical household. Like I had like, my dad is a bass player and in a band and my mum's an artist. Like it was just gonna happen, like something creative was gonna happen. But yeah, I used to just like write little rhymes and stuff or just like sing to myself. I used to love just putting on little shows for people. Even when I was just like a toddler, I just wanted to like annoy everyone and make them sit and watch me, and I'm still trying to do that basically. Just like any time I'd see anyone perform, like there was this little like live DVDs my mum and dad would play. Obviously I was too young to like go to proper shows and stuff, but I just remember watching it, and maybe it's because it was on and it's what I saw, but I don't know, I just completely was like infatuated with it, and I don't remember a time I didn't just think that's the way my life's gonna go. And I'm more certain than ever this is what I want to do. You know, I like all types of creativity, so I'm doing a creative degree. So it's all influencing, it's all ways to be creative, so it's not like I dislike it, it's just I want to be touring, I want to be doing this, so yeah.
It seems that like your time at university's kind of informed your writing, right? Like Bleak Sublime's about, I almost thought it felt to me like it was almost about like the uni binge drinking maybe on some level.
I definitely think so. I think that's the thing, it's like, for me, like all the writing and everything just comes from life, and it's like, it's sometimes nice to have all these other things going on, like moving out and like being skin and, you know, going to uni and doing all these things. It's like I go through life and it's like I live things to have not to have material to write about, but it's like you need life to be around you. I can't just isolate myself forever and expect songs to come about. Like I think I'm definitely influenced just by everything I see, so I think going to uni definitely like is where songs come from as well. Yeah. But yeah, that is what Bleak Sublime was about.
Stay on the phone, because that seems to be, that's about like women being afraid to walk home alone at night.
Yeah.
Why was it important for you to write that song?
I think it was like, it was another one where sometimes I have ideas and I'm like, sometimes I really think to myself, I really want to write a political song, I want to write about this. But I think that one, I was just like playing around with like a guitar, like the whole thing's one guitar loop the whole way through basically. So I was like playing around with that on Logic, and then I remember I just started singing over the top of it, and it was when it was all in the news. Obviously it happened all the time, but it was just like a hot topic at the time, which is, you know, whatever, because it happens all the time, it should be a topic all the time. But yeah, I just remember it being really on my mind, and I was just really frustrated with how it's portrayed sometimes, how people were talking about it, like almost victim blaming, and it was just, I just had like all these things in my head, and sometimes when I sit down and write, I'm able to simply say just what I wanted to say, so it wrote really fast, because I was just like, that's how I feel.
Do you think of yourself as being like a political musician?
I think, yeah, I think it's like both. I think in life naturally, being a creative person, I'm quite an emotional person, and I feel things strongly, and that's what makes like the art, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So I think the fact that I go through life, experience things and feel things so deeply, like that's what creates the songs. It is like, if I have a strong political feeling or a strong like emotional experience, then it bleeds into the music. So I definitely think writing political songs is something that I like to do. I think like what drives me like in the music, it's just that it's just really like what I've always done. It's just like I just haven't, it's been so consistent through my life. I can't imagine a point where it's not. And it's just being like, I want to be able to live every day doing what I love to do. And I'm willing to like, you know, be skint and be on the road and live like, it's good, it's a graft, like I'm willing to graft for it because I love it.
Who inspires you?
I think I get inspiration from like everywhere, like musician-wise. Like growing up, it was kind of like a mix of, my mum would listen to like Janis Joplin and like Amy Winehouse and Joni Mitchell, a lot of female singer-songwriters, which obviously is very inspiring. And then my dad was like, he's like a prog rocker, but then he listened to like Red Hot Chili Peppers, Radiohead, and honestly, like mum and dad have really good taste, and it's definitely fed into me. In terms of what we make, it's not just my inspirations. I would say we all come together and make like this sound that we've got now, so yeah.
Are there any other acts that you've come across on the circuit that you think we should look out for?
So many, like music at the minute is so exciting. There's like, as we were talking about before, Snakes, who were here the other day. They are the loveliest guys, and like seeing the same kind of like people on the bill and like at festivals and stuff, and like Rotterdam when we went there a few months ago, it's just like bumping into these same people and you form these like friendships from like far away, and it's so supportive. They're great. People in the northeast, you know, there's people like Tom A. Smith who you see on the bill, Callum Bowie, we see him all the time. So it's like these artists that, yeah, you get to have these little social meetups and stuff, but there's a lot of people I think you should be looking out for, but they're just some of them.
So what's next for you? Have you got festivals planned this summer?
Yeah, loads. Last year we'd like just pretty much started doing shows, and we managed to get a couple of last minute ones, but this year it's so good to be in, like in November we started getting people saying like, can you do this? So I hope by festival season we've got like loads, so we've got a few in the calendar, but I think there's going to be more, and I think it's going to be good. That's like, I'm not going to lie, it's like my favourite thing ever. Like, not that I don't love this, which I do, but festivals is just I'm just such a summer person as well.
Have you got any music in the pipeline?
Yeah, so new music wise, we've been saying in the past, like for so long, about bringing out an EP, but I feel like now is definitely the right time. Like this year is the EP year, it's gonna happen. And yeah, we're really ready with like the right songs to put on it, and it's gonna be everything we've wanted it to be and hoped it would be, so I'm excited for that.
Thank you, Lizzie, for talking to us. Really looking forward to your gig. I know it's gonna go well and we're really excited to see it.
Thank you, thanks for having me. Thank you.